Today we're going to get ready in under 25 minutes. And we're not going to use any war paint. You know what I'm talking about when I say war paint? First I'm going to throw on my primer. A girlfriend of mine, she said that the other day. She said, I can't do war paint. And I'm like, what is she talking about? She's talking about when people do all those dots and lines. Yeah, me either. I can't do all that. I have large pores. This Il Maquillage primer just really helps them to do great, and it feels really wonderful. Also, it feels like just silk. And then I have combo oily skin, so I always use an eye primer. You know how if you watch videos, some people put concealer on their eyelids? I can't do that. That would be a hot it would be the hottest mess. I'm going to use my Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. And I just dot this on with my foundation brush. And I'm not using concealer right now. I don't know, I've quit. You know, I change things up. I'm having a great hair day. I should have shampooed my hair today. It's shampoo day. And I was like, we're going to see Keith Urban tonight. And I was like, my hair looks great. I'm going to save the time. I took the dog for a walk yesterday, so his hair is all in the back of my vehicle. So I'm hoping to go to the car wash, vacuum all that dog hair out. And then I just go over this with a blender brush because sometimes I need to. And then I'm going to take a little more. I just put this right on my hand and I use that as my little palette. Just dot all this in. I've been doing posts on Instagram, and some of them are about, you know, being divorced. And one of my friends, we actually roomed together in Honduras we went to Honduras in 2020, January. Like, you know, we were hearing that something was happening. In fact, we think that team members had COVID while we were there. But anyway, Brenda was my roommate in Honduras. And so I posted something about divorce, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. And I'm like, oh, girl. No, that was in 2017. It's all good. But you learn a lot in a divorce. Hopefully. I saw a meme the other day, and it said, I'm tired of learning from my relationships. And I laughed at that, and then I was like, well, if you're still learning from your relationships, then you still got some things to learn. You are going to learn. I had a client who I thought I was, you know, happily married. Anyway. And Leanne, and she would tell me about, you know, if you're ever single, you make a list of what you're looking for in a godly mate. And you make your list, and then when you are dating and you meet somebody and they're not on your list, you immediately, did I put makeup on my nose? I don't think I did. You immediately quit talking to that person if they're not on your list. Because once your heart gets involved, then your list isn't that important, and you're like, I had to be fine. And don't show guys your list when you're dating. I made that mistake. And they'd all go, I'm your perfect man. Anyway, she would talk about this. And again, I was married at the time. So if you're married and you're like, I don't need to hear this, just listen anyway. You may be able to tell a friend this. I hope it doesn't happen to you. You may need that advice for yourself. But it was great. So when I found myself suddenly single, at the end of 2016, I started making my list. And you know, your list will be, of course, personal to you. I knew I wanted someone who loved kids, who loved going out, who loved Jesus. So here's where I don't do the war paint. I just brush on some airbrush bronzer. I don't got time for all that blending. I mean, have y'all ever tried that? That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And you know what? You just keep putting this wherever you want to put it until you figure, that looks good. Seriously. Like, you know, I just moved my highlighter. Boom. All these compliments. What just happened? Okay. So, the list. Make your list, you stick with it. And if you're dating, hold on. Very busy. You know, you're on the online dating apps. And you can tell me right now, oh, I'm not going to do that. Well, wait, you going to meet somebody. Because it's not like the 1970s, which, by the way, they had personal ads then, too. It's really hard to meet somebody. I always thought if I was ever single, like that, I'm using a different bronzer, too. It's a little darker, so I'm like, oh, very careful. I always thought if I became single, my gosh, with my job, you know, all I do is talk to women all day. Surely somebody would hook me up with their cousin, brother, whatever. It did not happen. And a guy asked me out at the Green Hills Mall on New Year's Eve. It was a year and a day after my ex-husband walked out. A year and a day. And I wanted to wait a year before I dated. So that was kind of cool. And I did not take my own advice. I did not. I knew within 2 hours that that man was not a Christian. And what else is on my list? You gotta love animals, family. My husband checks all the boxes. I'm married to the most wonderful man. Seriously, like I try not to even talk about him too much because he is phenomenal. I really think we're perfect for each other. It's wonderful. So the good news is that perfect person for you is out there if you're willing to just wait, sift through some crap. And so when you are online dating and you're talking to somebody and you're like, I don't think this is going to be it. Just quit talking to him. It's called ghosting. You can go back and you can explain, oh, hey, sir, I don't think you're going to be right for me, but let me tell you, 99% of them cannot handle that conversation. And then their ugliness comes out. Yeah. Yeah, they were telling you they never get rude, they're never ugly. Well, you're about to see it. You will. It's terrible. What is that? Is there makeup on my eyelid? What? Okay. I did meet my husband online. I met him on ourtime.com. And I had been, at that point, dating for only a few months. But, I dated that guy that asked me out at the mall for 5 months. I learned a lot. In that. And most of the time, I don't feel like I regret it. Sometimes I do. But I did learn a lot. And part of the time it was fun. So anyway. And thankfully that guy broke up with me because I was not ready to be the breaker-upper. I am extending my eyebrow out. Your eyebrows are actually supposed to go like line up with the inner corner of your eyeball. So that's something I've just started doing, just adding a little more. And if you use this Precisely My Brow by Benefit, you can even like draw little hairs in. Okay. Hold on, that is like twisted way up. Let's go down. I broke it off the other day. So frustrating when you do that. And I got this stuff in my eyeball yesterday. I was like, what is happening? Maybe not yesterday. I don't think I did makeup yesterday. I was off. I studied Spanish and I did a whole bunch of Spanish homework and I had a whole bunch. It was a lot. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my favorite eyeshadow colors right now. So we're gonna start with my Glow Minerals Elemental, I think. Let me see. It's called Cityscape. Okay, favorite. I love this. So what I'm gonna do is, I love this color, is this base color, and then I'm gonna go back and I'll use that shimmer at the end. So I just do this all over my lid. Is it necessary? I don't really think so. I don't. But when you date somebody who is not on your list and you're like, oh, you know, well, at first you're like, it's fine. It's fine. It's really not. And yeah, it's fine at first. But, and then I'm going to use Lisa Eldridge Vega, that center color, which is called Smoke and Mirrors. Actually, I have another Smoke and Mirrors. I bought it off of Mercari. But when you date somebody that's not on your list, it's just, you compromise yourself and your happiness. And I was married to 24 years to somebody I should not have been married to. Neither one of us, we shouldn't have been married to each other. But I had compromised my happiness and who I was and would try to change who I was. I don't try to change who I am anymore. I had a really good friend the other day tell me that I was sassy, not in a good way. And something else. Sassy. And a little too take charge, maybe. And like, we hang out a lot. So I'm like, we're gonna need to revisit this. We're gonna need to talk about this right now. What are you talking about? Because I'm not changing I didn't say this to her, but I'm like, I'm not changing my personality. And actually she was like, you know what? What did she say? I don't know what she said, but anyway, she was like, never mind. I'm trying to think. You know, I don't plan these conversations ahead of time. I'm like, what were we talking about? I think she actually decided it was her and not me. But when she said that to me, when she said, you're just extra sassy. I am sassy. But I lived for 24 years trying to change who I was to please somebody, and that didn't work. And it's not gonna work. It is not gonna work. Don't change yourself. You know, the old Scholastic poster, be yourself, everybody else is taken. It is the truth. Be yourself. And if you can't be yourself with your friends and your life partner, then that's not the person for you. True story. So I'm just slowly building this up and looking in the mirror and making sure that it's even, because I am really bad about, I think I'll do this eye darker. I like that, it makes me happy. It doesn't really make me happy, but it does. See, like, I feel like I still have more over here than over there. That's what I do. But I love this brush, and a girlfriend of mine told me about some really great makeup brushes. You know, I have somebody else nesting in Nashville. What makeup brushes do you use? Susie, what brushes do you use? Y'all let me know what brushes you use, because you know, I'm using this like a 15-year-old Glow Minerals brush. I don't even know what it's called. I did go and find like the most similar thing I could find, so it'll be listed down below. But I mean, your tools are important. Okay, I'm thinking that's pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So next I'm gonna take out of my Cityscape palette this, and it's just a little light shimmer. Well, it looks horrific right there, but it's not. And I'm just gonna pop it in right here. And it's not too much, it's just a little bit. Have you ever heard of after a certain age you're not supposed to wear shimmer? Not true, girls. Do what you want to do. I mean, you don't need to be lit up like Aunt Tabitha from 1967. Nobody needs to do that, but we're not. Am I lit up like your grandmother? No, I'm not. It's fine. And then I kind of blend it in a little bit. Okay. Then, wait for it. I saw Lisa Eldridge do this. Take your little bitty brush. This is a little smudge brush. Okay. Pretty Grunge, Huda Beauty. Let's just move right along. You know, I can't do my eyeshadow out of just one palette. So there's this color Maverick and then Avant Garde. So this light sparkly white color and then this really dark sparkly, almost a black. I don't know that it's black, but it kind of looks black. Maybe it is. I'm gonna, well, first let me wipe my brush off, make sure it's clean. Spray it. Dip it in this Maverick, which is this light shiny color. And I'm going all the way into my corner and I'm just putting this on here. Oh, it's so pretty. Zoom in if you cannot see how pretty that is. It's just pretty. And it's not too much. Okay, then I'm gonna do this again. Where are we on our time? We're pretty good, but you know I'm not done yet, and those eyelashes take a minute. Although I've got bacon cooking in the oven. God bless you if you've watched the video where I have to get up and run out of here to go get my bacon out of the oven. But my husband is in there, so he can pull the bacon out of the oven. You know what? That's not wet enough. I worry about spraying this brush though and dipping it in the eyeshadow. There we go. And making that a hard pan. I want more. More. You know what I didn't do? I forgot something that I love to do with this eyeshadow look. Let's go back. Let's open back up Lisa. And she's got a color called Lamp Black. It's that color right there. And I'm just gonna dip this brush in. And then this color spills all over my face, although I've seen I already have fallout, so. Okay. So then I hold this up because I don't want any more fallout. And I'm just gonna go right in here, this outer corner. This is my fake eyelash hack. Just gives you a little more dimension, but you wanna just go right here in this corner. So compare that to that. It's subtle. It's just a little pop. And then, see, isn't it darker over here than over there? Oh. Okay, so I do that. I'm going to wipe this brush off. And then I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend that just a smidge. And I don't know that that's completely necessary, the whole even putting that dark shadow there, because of what I'm about to do. You know what? Just sticking my finger in it. Oh yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. Okay, do you see the glitter now? Okay, now I'm gonna stick my finger in Avant Garde and go over this side. Uh-huh. Oh, I got fallout. Ugh. Okay. Please don't mess my face up. This white color is like it has mica in it. I don't know what's in it. It just looks like mica. Did y'all ever get to play with mica in creeks when you were a kid? I grew up in Atlanta. So we did. We did. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend those together. Just burp, 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 burp. You got to make the sound effect when you do it. Burp, 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 burp. Cream, crema. Hola, gatito. He's here to rub his nose. Look at him, he's already rubbing it. We have 9 cats. We love our cats. Hello, my love. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you so much. Little ad for Nutrition Nova. We buy the powder and make it at home. Look, Ernie got me this cup. It says Merry Christmas. Koozie. All right, so I don't feel like I need eyeliner on top because I got a lot going on there. I'm gonna put some down here. I would move Cream, but he is a rubber band cat. He just jumped down on his own. And you put him down and he bounces back up. You put him down and he bounces back up. True story. It's true. It's very true. This is that Victoria Beckham satin cajal liner. Now what I love about this is well, I think it's waterproof. But I used to have a problem with my eyeliner like going away. And this doesn't ever seem to go away. This seems like it's always there. I mean, sometimes I carry eyeliner in my purse so I can touch it up. Watch today be the day that I'm like, where did my eyeliner go? But I never think that. I'm always like, that eyeliner is killing it. Let me see, do I need to... Okay. I really had a little bit of fallout, but I think we're good. Let me put some things up real quick. And have I done everything? I've done everything but my shimmer. Let's do the eyelashes. We're 22 minutes in and I'm almost done. So I was using the Fenty Hella Thick, which I hate that name, mascara, and I loved it, but it did start transferring to my eyelids. So I have a hooded eye, and then I've got long eyelashes because I use Babe Lash, and everything is listed below in the caption. And so my mascara will transfer to my eyelid, but this Victoria Beckham, what is this? Vast Lash does not transfer for me. It's amazing. But the Fenty, if you can wear it, and it does, I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I even like one day did it and then went back over it with this, but then that just totally gunks it up. So it was too much. But it goes on creamy. It was beautiful. It held the curl of my lash curler. Like, this is not gonna hold the curl. I have to keep curling it. But that's okay. I keep curling them until they are curled where I want them. Have I told you that my son's dog ran through our front door? He didn't run through it. I think what he did is a leaded glass front door. I think he stood up on the door to scratch it and put his foot through it. He is fine. He's actually sitting right here at my feet. But the door's not fine. And we went and bought a new door, and Ernie he stained it yesterday. I don't know, but he might be able to hang it today. So that will be so amazing. And it is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'll put it in my stories on Instagram and Facebook whenever it gets home. Which will probably be after this video is posted. I love these. So good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, but it's gonna need some more curling. Also, I forgot to put my clear gel on my eyebrows, so I can do that too while I'm letting this dry. I can't believe how good my hair did. I mean, like, I'm loving it. And with this haircut, I've gotten more compliments on my hair than I've gotten in 10 years. Okay, maybe not 10 years. But I used to have long hair and it was colored auburn. I've done every hair color in the natural range. And I had a bazillion compliments when it was red. Oh my gosh, so many. But red fades the most. If you're thinking of coloring your hair red, welcome to the world of that hair color is going to fade quicker than anything. I've heard, I don't know that this is true, that red is the largest color molecule, and therefore it can't actually get into your hair shaft all the way, and that's why it slides off easier. I have no idea if that's true. I actually follow some really smart hairstylists. I should message them and say, what you think about that? But if you know and you're listening, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for y'all's comments. I love them. They're so much fun. I do, and I'm learning things. Like, if you've watched my curly tutorial, I say that I use baking soda, and somebody commented and told me that that's actually damaging my hair. And I'm like, huh? Because I was always told that it was good for your hair. Balances your pH, removes your product buildup. It does remove the odors from your hair. I mean, I stand by that it absolutely does that. But it is damaging. It is the wrong pH. I went and researched it on my own. I asked the person, how did she know it was damaging? And she said she's in Facebook groups, but it's only for people in Australia. Because I'm like, can I join? She was like, no, it's just for people in Australia and New Zealand. So I just did my own research, and yeah. Baking soda is bad for your hair. So I still have it at the salon because limited use if necessary. But I mean, anymore, like our products, you know, this isn't the 80s. We're not using Aquanet. I mean, everything is water soluble. So, oh, I know what I'll use it on. Clients who don't wash their hair that often. Yeah, I will still use it on people who don't wash their hair that often because the hair doesn't smell good. So if you shampoo it in the baking soda, it helps remove that buildup of, I guess, oil. I don't know. That makes your hair not smell good. But yeah, I wash my hair twice a week. Except maybe for this week. Because that hair is doing good. I can't believe it. I mean, seriously. When I went to my bar class this morning, they're like, I can't believe you fixed your hair to come in here. I'm like, I don't.
Right here?
He is.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, no, I woke up like this. Now, I didn't wake up like this. I sprayed it and played with it, but it wasn't bad when I woke up. Y'all, I still, I just sleep by pushing this up. Sleep. No matter how I lay, if I'm on this side, the back, I push it all up. The back, I don't always feel like that kind of sticks out funny. Like you can tell it's been pushed up. I don't know, maybe because it's not as long. I've thought about growing it out. Hashtag thought about it. And then I'll see somebody with beautiful hair that's longer and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And then I'm like, it's fine. I'm not doing that. Okay, we are getting to the end here. If I didn't wrap up any of the thoughts I was talking about and you have any questions, let me know. I know I'm a squirrel and I bounce around. I feel like I bounce around like a ping pong ball. I try to come back to it, but I don't always. And see, okay, now if you notice my lashes. They're both just doing different things. You know what? I mean, they are what they are. This looks like it's got a big split in the middle. Yeah. It just is what it is. Today, it wants to split. I doubt that I can fix that. Maybe if I, hold please. Kinda. Okay, well there's my makeup. That's my easy makeup. It's my favorite colors. No war paint. And I think that's everything. Does it look like everything? Did I forget anything? The highlighter. If you have any questions or comments, I love them and thank you for them. And I have been posting cooking videos lately too, because I make great food, and so I want you to be able to make great food too if you want to. I think it's important to get really good recipes out there. I know we have all these ways to find recipes, but mine are really good. They are. I am not just giving you some crappy recipes. They're good recipes. And it's the holiday season, so I feel like, you know, I gotta post those. All right. There we go. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.